Susie Moore's book, Let It Be Easy, is an incredibly fun yet practical guide on how to allow and enjoy a full life experience while pursuing your goals in life. In this video, we've gathered some of her powerful tips on how to intentionally allow more ease in your life. At Read and Grow, we believe that books can change your life. Whatever your situation is, someone out there has gone through the same and shared the lessons in a book. Subscribe and join us on our quest to solve problems one book at a time. Your current life is just one version out of many, many potential versions. Anytime you want, there are opportunities to start over. While it may be difficult and scary at first, you can give yourself a new place, new community, a new career, new climate, whatever you want. Whenever you review your many life options in any situation, you feel at your most powerful. There are options everywhere, all the time. The choice is yours. This is a great reminder not to despair. Make decisions. When you know, but what about when you don't know? You decide. Clarity doesn't come from overthinking or asking everyone what you should do. Get quiet for a minute. You know more than you think you know. Indecision is not always about not knowing what to do. It's about not trusting ourselves. Confidence comes from the Latin word confidere, meaning to trust, and trust is built over time via our own follow-through. We don't have to be so serious about every decision that pops up, and ultimately, we need to stop being so hard on ourselves for the bad choices in our past. Think of it in terms of wanted or unwanted outcomes instead of good and bad decisions. Most decisions are reversible anyway. Remember, it's not about making the right decision, it's about making the decision right. Very few things are right or wrong. You can have 7 options, and all 7 options can be right and benefit you tremendously. Have this policy for decisions. Whatever your decision is, you make it and then you align yourself with it. Love your decision and be proud you've taken action. You don't regret-proof your life by doing nothing. You live regret-free by taking chances. The fact that you did something, whatever it is, that resulted in a wound means you let optimism rule over fear. You had the courage to dance with the unknown, and that deserves credit, not criticism. No one gets through life without some degree of scarring. Rock your scars. They are evidence that you're living your life. Life is not all about knowing everything and being perfect. That would be impossible. Life is about the learning process, which can be very sweet if you let it be. Next time you make an innocent mistake, show yourself some grace by saying, "I didn't know," and then you do. Sometimes we think success comes from a shiny object, a perfect connection, a stroke of luck. In fact, it's actually more boring than that. It's being consistent. It's doing the same things over and over, day after day. Repetition is the key. It's not glamorous, but the end results are. That takes the pressure off, doesn't it? You don't have to chase, land on, or show up somewhere in order to get what you want. Because it's not just about the right place or time or about doing the right thing. It's about continuing to show up even when nothing is working, or when it feels hard, or when you don't feel like it. Do you ever allow yourself to just revel in what you've achieved? Try it for 3 minutes by reviewing the past 12 months and how much ground you've covered. Congratulate yourself on a job well done. Celebrate every tiny victory. What are you working so hard for otherwise? When in doubt, zoom out. Anything worth doing takes time. It's like the stock market. If you check it every day, you'll freak out. If you take an aerial view, zoom out, and see the progress over time, you'll see the line goes up. A confident person isn't special, born that way, or unusually good at things. A confident person is simply willing to experience rejection, embarrassment, criticism, and failure. Most people aren't willing. We are wired to avoid pain far more than gain pleasure. But what's the worst that could happen if you put yourself on the line by doing something new, scary, or intimidating? A feeling? A temporary bad feeling? It won't kill you or even hurt you. Research reveals that human emotions last for a whopping 90 seconds before changing shape. 90 seconds! Life is limitless and thrilling when you can be easier about experiencing some negative emotions. What would it be like if you worried a bit less? Worrying is not a form of planning and preparing for an event. Worrying is using your imagination to create more of what you do not want. Life will happen, good or bad, whether or not you suffer ahead of time. Adversities, no matter what they are, simply don't hit us as hard as we think they will. Our fear of consequences is always worse than the consequences themselves. You've survived every bad or hard thing that has happened to you, right? Anytime you feel anxiety coming on, ask yourself these 3 questions. How serious is this really? What's essential here? And how can I let this be easy? Help comes in many forms. Allow it in. See how it bonds you more closely to others. Allow other people to help you. They want to. There is a pleasure in giving. Just show your gratitude. And remember to show up for other people too. If you don't know how, ask, how can I best support you right now? I'm here. Balance becomes problematic when we believe we need it in every situation at all times. We don't. It can be a buzzword that's more pressurizing than it is helpful. If you're sick, moving, dealing with grief, or processing any big life change, this is not your time for balance. Give yourself room to not be balanced while the waves are rocky, and don't waste a single second thinking it has to be different. All extreme conditions are temporary. You can be where you are without resistance. We can handle sadness. We can feel emotions fully. Sadness is part of the human experience. Sadness doesn't make something wrong, it makes us human. It shows we love, and that is a beautiful thing. Anytime you neglect to share expectations with a friend, a partner, a child, or a team member, issues occur through a lack of clarity. George Bernard Shaw said, "The single biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place." It's why all important agreements are in writing. Asking questions takes courage, but it's important because when we don't ask them, we make wild assumptions. We can experience a whole host of negative emotions, and we can upset others by accident. Being clear is worth the extra effort. Trying to change someone else is a major cause of strain in relationships. Many people believe something along the lines of, I need my partner to behave a certain way for me to feel good, and when I don't feel good, it's their fault. Here's another approach. Do you feel good and loving no matter what? Only one person needs to let it be easy for a relationship to improve. Can it be you? Not all relationships are meant to last a lifetime. We mistake the longevity of relationships for their success. Maybe a friend you've outgrown is actually a version of yourself that you've outgrown. It doesn't mean that your friendship failed or that it's dead or even over for good. Just for now, it might be complete. Ever notice how the happiest people are the least judgmental? They don't throw shade at how other people live or think. They just focus on themselves and allow others the same space. It's not your job to correct other people. Often, the best way to win an argument is to avoid it altogether. Everything that annoys or triggers us about other people can lead us to a deeper understanding of who we are and what's unhealed. When you have a negative charge towards someone, this is an invitation to learn more about yourself. The good news is that it works in reverse too. What you love, respect, and admire in another, you possess too. It's your own light being reflected back at you. Get out more is generally pretty great advice. The next time you feel low and resistant and restless, ask yourself, what's a fun way to fill my time? Don't overthink it, engage in life. We need opportunities to find our talents. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our summary of Tanya Dalton's book, The Joy of Missing Out. Thank you for watching.